Cool, on the ground. We're gonna get started in rolling. Okay, so just do a little bit of rolling to get going. I'm gonna keep my feet in today. Maybe do a few more feet extended. Just do this a handful of times. Good, after that last one, transition just straight on your back, extending that right leg out, driving that heel into the ground, the left knee to the chest, doing some bent knee hamstring. Just a few of these. Last one, transition, other side. Always I start and bring that knee into my chest, so getting kind of my hip in a good position, and then extending that leg out. So first, pulling to my chest, then extending it away. Okay, last one. Fantastic. Then from here, let's transition into a quadruped position. So that's the one where my wrists are under my shoulders, knees are up under my hips. From here, I just want you to sit back, hips to heels, back to that quadruped. Sit back, hips to heels. Just do this a few times. Good. After you finish your last one, extend one of your legs out. I'm gonna start my left leg. I'm extending it out straight off from my hip. I'm gonna do the same movement where I'm sitting back on my heels. And as I sit back on my heels, I'm gonna thread the needle. So I'm gonna take my left leg extended, so I'm taking my right arm, thread the needle through, back up to that quadruped. It's important to come back, sit, thread the needle. A few times. Let's go one more. Beautiful. Same thing, other side. So extending my right leg now. Get one more. All right, y'all. Back into that quadruped position. So we want to find that neutral spine. So like to do here is kind of drive my hips toward the ceiling, tuck it under, and then just go right in between that. Kind of helps me kind of like set the end range points. Then from here, we're going to go into quad opposites. But what I want to do this time is we're going to do a few repetitions, and then we're going to hold it in that isometric position. So we're going to hold in that end range, which pretty much means is we're going to do a few reps. So I'm going to extend out, come in, out, and then eventually I'm going to say hold. And we're just going to hold this position. Okay? So let's start with that first side. And begin. So extend out, opposite arm, opposite leg. Bring them in. Send it back out. Bring in. And hold at the end range. Hold, get long, get long, get long. As long as you can. Fingertips to heels as far as you can get away from each other. Good. Reach, 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 reach. In 3, 2, 1. Relax. Same thing, other side. So start doing some repetitions. Extending out. Bring it in. Out. Good, last one. Now hold it. Get long, get strong. Here we go. Good, see being good, I'll look at another centimeter. Good, and 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good, right from here what I want to get into is a pillow bridge. So get right into a pillow bridge right away. Good, control your breathing. Good, now from here, rotate on your side, either stacking the feet or keeping the foot apart. We're in that lateral pillar bridge now, okay? So from here, once you extend that top arm, give me some arm circles. Good, roll on over, same thing other side. You either stacked or keep those legs apart, up to you. And that top arm, making some big circles. Good, and relax up on our feet. Good, let me transition to my camera angle. All right. So from here, first I want to do on our feet is get into that world's greatest, okay? So if you're unfamiliar, follow along after me. Left leg work down, stepping back with my right, getting it nice and long, 2 hands down, take my inside elbow, moving it toward my instep, rotating, 2 hands down, extend the top, toes to nose, bend, stand, repeat, other side. So stepping back with my left, 2 hands down, inside elbow instep, rotate, 2 hands down, toes nose, back to bend, stand, other side. Step back, elbow instep, rotate, 2 hands down, toes nose, bend, stand. There we go, keep following that. Good. Let's go one more each side. Last one. Beautiful. Back to standing. What we got next? Can't read my handwriting. Huh. I have no idea what that says. But let's get into a deep squat position. So let's get into a deep squat position, and now I want us to do some of those hamstrings. So those hamstring stretches from here. So my deep squat, bring my hips up, and then down. Back that deep squat, hips up, and then down. Let's go one more time here. Hips up, and down. Good, now from this catcher's position, I want you to put 2 hands on the ground, and now what I want you to do is kick your feet back into a push-up position, and then jumping back up into that catcher stance position. So back to that push-up, jumping up to that catcher's, and then back and forth. Got one more. Boom, back to standing, okay? Hopefully feeling our hips loosen up a little bit more. So from here, their hips loosened up a bit. I want to move into a single leg RDL, or that inverted hamstring, and then we're gonna do this inverted hamstring into a transverse lunge. So what that means is I'm gonna kick my leg back, so getting nice and long. I'm gonna come up, and as I come up, I'm gonna lunge at about a 45-degree angle. Okay, something's a little easier showing this way. So my RDL down. As I come up, I'm gonna lunge at a 45-degree angle, and then get back right into it on that same side. Okay, we'll do a few here. So single leg RDL, or inverted hamstring, whatever makes more sense to you. Good, it takes a lot of coordination, especially with that transverse, that kind of 45-degree. Oh. Good, same thing, switch sides. Good, once we're in this, kind of getting this RDL, what we want to think of is whatever leg is down or foot is down, try to push that foot through the ground. Good, let's do one more here. Beautiful, good. All right, neural activation, then we'll get into the 2 metabolic blocks we have for today. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna work on the drop squat part of it, but we're gonna drop squat onto one leg, okay? So it's gonna look like I'm gonna come up into, so I'll tell you up, then I'll say down, and on that down, I want you to try to catch it with one leg. If you need to, just like a little tap to get yourself under control, do so, okay? So we're coming up, I wanna tell you up, I'll say down, I want you to catch it on one leg. Always catching anything, we always kind of like do that low level plyo. we're always catching the bent knee, okay? So we're bending the knee as we're kind of sinking in to that deceleration, okay? So follow along with me. Ready, and everyone up, down, and then just alternate legs on your own, okay? And up, down, good. Up, down, up, down, 2 more, up, down, up, down. Beautiful, good. So as I'm explaining things, if you want to keep your heart rate up by jogging in place, doing jumping jacks, feel free to do so. But so like we've done before, we are doing 3 sets of 4 exercises, 45 seconds on, 17 seconds off. Okay, so one of the first 4 exercises, sorry, I'm trying to get my camera angle right. The first one we're doing, and actually some of these today we haven't done before, so some new stuff. Kind of been working things in my brain. So we'll see how I speak today though, with the fatigue. The first one we have is we're going to do a burpee. So chest to floor, try and get the chest to floor. If you can't go chest to floor for a reason, just kind of stepping those legs back. And then we're going to come up, and then no matter if you jump or you just kind of do like a little bit of a squat, I want you to catch it in a single leg position, okay? So this could look like it's going chest all the way to the floor, coming up, jumping up, and then catching it 1 leg, 2 legs down, and then going back, boom, catching the other leg. If you don't feel like jumping necessarily, what I want you to do, or going all the way down, you can come down, up, and then from here, boom. So it's not like one of those things where you're really kind of getting that triple extension, jumping up through, but we are getting that little hop, and then working on that deceleration on that single leg. So that's the first exercise. The second one we're doing is we're going lateral. And I want you to kind of imagine that you're kind of have that agility ladder in front of you. We're gonna go 2 feet in, 2 feet out. So 2 feet forward, 2 feet backwards. And if you have room, kind of move a little bit laterally with it. Okay, so I'm going 2 feet in, 2 feet out. And then I'll do the same thing going the other way. 2 feet in, 2 feet out. As I'm going, keeping that tall chest, I'm not looking straight down, just kind of knowing about where that space would be. And I'm starting the opposite leg. So I'm heading towards my left is going to step first, my right's going to kind of follow, and then I'm stepping out, okay? Third exercise we got is an off-centered push-up, and we're going to alternate this. So how this is going to look is my hands are going to be off-centered. Normally I'm doing a push-up, they're like so. I'm going to do one with my other arm in front of the other, and then rotate them back and forth. So one is always, it's not super exaggerated, but it will make a difference. So I'm going to do one push-up, my right arm in front, and then I'm going to go switch left. Once again, I can do this on my knees as well. Okay. Cool. Fourth and final exercise is we'll just begin all the way on our back, and we'll be doing that butterfly glute bridge. So this is one of my heels, or excuse my heels. The soles of my feet are together. I'm pushing in on the outside edge of my foot, driving those hips up and down, up and down. Cool. Those are our 4. Cool. So the first one we got coming up is that burpee with that single leg landing. All right, let me get my timer. And we'll get started. All right, y'all, coming up in 10 seconds. First one up is that burpee with that single leg landing. Here we go. 45-17, y'all. Coming down, up, boom, then down. Jumping off for 2, landing on 1. Good. Really trying to focus on that landing. And you guys, you can only jump as high as you can land, okay? So keep that in mind. Ooh. Good. Focus, focus. Try to stick that landing. Hold it 1 Mississippi, then get into the next burpee. 2, 1, time. All right, how was that one? Hopefully not too terrible. Moving in to that lateral movement, that 2 feet in, 2 feet out. So 2 feet in, 2 feet out. If you can do it in place, but it's a little bit more interactive if you are moving. Good, keep those feet moving. There we go. Kind of looks like you're doing a little bit of a dance. So you gotta move your hips a little bit, and then I think, I'm not sure what this is called, but I know it's something in dance terminology. Ooh. Come on, you got this. Give me 10 more seconds. Come on, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, time. Fantastic. Heading on the ground, off-center push-ups next. Got those off-center push-ups. So always feel free to just start on your feet and your work way down to your knees, because 45 seconds is a long time. And always, I'd much rather you go to your knees versus stay on your feet and do like quarter push-ups. $15 seconds. And guys, if you're really struggling with this, you're just like kind of getting to a point, you can always do this on the wall as well. So you would just do, I know I can't really get to a good angle, but kind of come up, push, and then switch. Push, then switch. Or you can always just do regular push-ups on something like a couch. Butterfly glute bridges. Here we go. Butterfly glute bridges. Good. So keeping those soles of the feet together, driving up, pushing my hip bones towards the ceiling. And as I'm doing this, I'm driving my knees apart from each other. And when I do that, I'll feel a little bit more on the inside part of my thigh. There you go, come on, knock them out, knock them out. 10 seconds. Three, 2, 1, time. Fantastic. All right, back up on our feet. Going to those, back to the burpees with that single leg landing. All right, coming up in 3 seconds. Here we go. Maybe notice the second time your coordination's need a bit better. Keep it up. Here we go. Whoa, that one was great. Good, really got focus on this one. Got to focus, get the most out of it. By focusing versus just kind of going through the motions. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic, y'all. Moving into that lateral movement with a 2 feet in, 2 feet out. Little cha-cha slide. I think that's what it's called. It's not my forte. All right. In 2, 1, 2 feet in. Yep. Do a quick feet. Nice job. Come on, 30 seconds. Good. If you're kind of struggling with kind of like a feeling your feet are falling off each other, start slow, 2 feet in, 2 feet out. And then pick up the pace. Get the pattern first. Good, move those feet. Good, got 3, 2, 1. Fantastic. On the ground, back to those off-centered push-ups. Come up in 5 seconds. Good job, y'all. Good, still even on this one, keeping our head to heel long and strong. Very good, halfway. Now we're kind of putting our hands off-centered, it's not super exaggerated, but my fingertips on my back hand is lining up with the heel of my front hand. Keep it going, keep going. Beautiful. On our back sides, heading into that butterfly glute bridge. Alrighty. All right, here we go. Good job, breathe, breathe. Beautiful. Good, drive those hips up, push those outside of the feet into the mat. Good job, get 10 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, time. All right, y'all, back up on our feet. First one we got is that burpee with that single leg landing. Last time through here, come on, y'all. Stay with it, really focus through. Being able to work on the single leg landing will pay dividends with other kind of adventures and stuff y'all doing. But once again, it doesn't need to be a huge jump, just a little mini hop, and just work on that deceleration. Good. Come, 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Move into that lateral, 2 feet in, 2 feet out. All right, 3 seconds. There we go. Good, pick up your feet just a little bit. I just want to like slide them through, pick them up a little bit. Come on. Let's go. 20 seconds. Keep those feet moving. You're doing great. Keep that tempo, keep that timing. 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out, 2 in, 2 out. You got it. In 5 seconds. And time. Awesome job. 2 more left before we get a little halftime break. Off-centered push-ups. So we got next. And 2, 1. There we go. Good. Pull ourselves to the ground, pushing away, keeping our belly button pulled towards our spine. Good job. Got 14 seconds left. 8. Jump 3, 2, 1. Last one before we get a little halftime break is that butterfly glute bridge. All right. Coming up in 4 seconds. Here we go. Good, crank them out. Nicely done. Keep it up. Good job, crank it out, crank it out, crank it out. 15 seconds. 10. Oh yeah. Come on. 3, 2, 1. Excellent job, y'all. Woo. High five. All right. Oh. Mess the timer. Get a quick drink. And we'll be back at it in about a minute. All right, y'all. So next series, same timing, same amount of exercises. They just changed a little bit. So the first one we got is kind of a nice little combo. Is we're going to be doing 10 high knees. Then we're going to go into that transverse lunge. And when we get to that other side, we're going to do 10 butt kicks and go back and forth. So what this is going to look like, move my mat. Is I'm going to be facing one way. I'm going to go 10. I'll pick that outside leg over, transverse lunge, come up, 10 butt kicks, bring the outside leg over. So this will be my left leg, transverse lunge, and then go back and forth. So boom, boom, pick 10, boom, boom, and then I'm back up, okay? So take your time with it. Once again, if you're kind of struggling with that transverse lunge part of it, just take your time, just bring that hip up and over, and then dropping, and then going to the next one. The next one we got is kind of the sprinter's RDO. So kind of like as we worked on during warm-ups, whatever leg is down, we really want to push that foot through the ground. So I'm going to start in that RDL. I'm going to reach whatever leg is back, reach that same arm forward as much as I can under balance. Then I'm going to come up and then bring that leg up, bring that knee up, toe up, and the other arm up. So imagine I'm in a sprinter's position. So I'm coming down, getting a little bit of a bend in my knee. It's not a full squat, but it's a mini squat. Here, 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 and do about 5. About 5, maybe anywhere between 2 and 10, and then switch sides. So kind of just do that on your own. And then the last one we got, it'll be the same thing. We'll just do it right side and left side. Is we're gonna be kind of in a pillar bridge position, okay? So it's gonna be a little bit different though. So my elbow's under my knee. I'm spread out nice and long, but I'm gonna tuck my knees back, or my feet back. So my ankles are in line with my knees at that 90-degree angle. From here, I'm gonna come up in that pillar bridge. I'm gonna push my hips forward. So I'm being sure my hip is in line with my knee and shoulder. They're gonna wanna go back, push them through. From here, I'm gonna bring my outside of my hip open into that clamshell position. So I'm gonna do this for that full 45 seconds, okay? And then the last one, we'll do the same thing, we'll be just doing it the other side. Cool. All right, now for me talking, let's get to it. First one up is that 10 high knees to that transverse lunge, 10 butt kicks, and then going back and forth. All right, and there you go, go time. Good 10. Nice and quick off the ground, bring the leg over, boom, pop it up. There we go, come on. There we go, come on. Over halfway. Nice and quick. Good, this one. Pushing those hips forward. Trying to be sure our hips are kind of back. Push them right in line with our knees. There you go. Next up is a sprinter's RDL. So remember, I'll probably do about 5 each side. Gonna go anywhere between 2 and 10, depending mostly on how much balance you have and how easy or difficult this is for you. And then go back and forth. Start my left leg, reaching out. Boom. Good, drive that foot into the ground. Switch sides. Woo! This takes a lot of focus. So keep working. You got about 10 seconds. Good, keep working, keep working, keep working. 3, 2, 1. All right, moving into that lateral pillar bridge with the knees bent, adding that clamshell component. So starting, I'm gonna start my right side. So I'm being sure, trying to make sure everything's in alignment. And we're up. So you can either have your feet kind of together and you're just separating your knees, or you could kind of lift that foot too off and just get a little bit more range of motion. Honestly, it's really up to you which one you want to do today. Big chest open. Woo, yeah. Who's feeling this one? I am. Stay with it. Come on, 10 seconds. Good, big chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That one sneaks up on you. That one's like deceivingly difficult. All right, in 5 seconds. Elbow under. Good, push those hips through. Big chest. Just position. That away. Oh, my hips are tired today too, so this is really smoking up. Whew. Had a tough run yesterday, and I know I mentioned that when Lenitra said, hey, that, like long time no see, she's part of the virtual run club, which I am also involved with. So if you're ever interested in learning more about running and joining a running community, just holler at your girl. Set up. All right, so back up top, back to that first exercise, which is those 10 high knees to those butt kicks. 10 high knees to butt kicks. Good, so yeah, we talk about running things. We talk about a lot of things around running. Trying to keep fun. But with all that being said, my hips are sore today, so those don't feel awesome. Good, transverse lunge. I know I did a drop lunge that first time, so if you saw me, my apologies. We're doing that transverse lunge. Get nice and tall. Good job, y'all. Keep it up. Almost there, got 5 seconds. Beautiful. Transitioning into that sprinter's RDL. In 3 seconds. Good, so I'm really trying to bend so you can sink more into that hip, push that hip back, and then drive it up and forward. Nice, come on, we got 10 seconds. Boom. All right, y'all. Moving back on the ground to that lateral pillar bridge from our knees, but we're adding that clamshell. Any point in time you're feeling it too much, you need to take a little bit of break. Either rest your hips on the floor or just hold the lateral pillar bridge from this position. What I really like about this one is you're getting a ton of oblique work so that those outside parts of the kind of core area, you're really working that down outside, like that down glute medius, that down leg, the outside hip, and then you're working the top leg too. So it's just a big bang for your buck. Almost there, coming up in 6 seconds. And, you know, obviously we're working outside of the shoulders as well with that down arm. We're working on the chest, working on a little bit of neck stuff as well, being sure we're not putting our neck out front. It's a, like I said, big bang for your buck. Push those hips open, push them forward. Good. Stay here, come on, fight it if you need to. Just hold this position, just kind of do that active rest here. Nicely done, you're almost there, y'all. Come on, give me 10 seconds. Woo! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. All right, guys, on to our very last round of the day. Come on now. Doing those 10 high knees, that transverse lunge into those 10 butt kicks going back and forth. All right, let's do it, come on. Get nice and quick off the ground, be bouncy, be very bouncy, springy, quick off the ground. We definitely want to retain our bounciness as we age, kind of that elasticity, bounciness, springiness is definitely a sign of youth. So we want to be sure we're still training that as we all get older. Come on, 5 seconds. Boom. Moving into those sprinter RDLs. Whew, come on, 5 seconds. Good, nice and long. Drive that knee up. Push those toes into the ground. Create that tripod with your foot. Good, come on, we got 10 seconds left. Time. All right, guys, last 2 for the day. Got those lateral pillar bridge on our knees, adding in that clamshell. All right, finish this one strong. Do the best that you can. getting better. Make sure those hips push forward just a little bit. As we fatigue, they're going to want to kind of retreat backwards, keep them pushed forward. Big chest, big chest, big chest. Come on. Stay with it. Come on, give me 5 more seconds. You got this. Other side. Last thing we got for the day. From 10 seconds, we got 45 seconds of that lateral pillar bridge from our knees, adding in that clamshell. All right, here we go. Great job. Come on, stay with it. Big chest. Everyone take your hip, tap your hip, put another inch towards the ceiling. There we go. Halfway, come on. You got this. Breathe. 15. 10. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. All right. Great job, y'all. Nuts. I know we're running out of time, so I'll give you guys one stretch. Let's get one stretch before we get into our day. So I want to get into that stride stretch or that pigeon pose. So I'm bringing this leg about 45 degrees in front, coming up on the outside of my hip. Activity completed. And then I'm extending that back leg, and then I'm just sinking. This should feel really good, especially after just finishing some major hip work. All right, switching sides. Alrighty. All right, feel free to stay and stretch a little bit more. I think we butt up to another class, so I'm going to jump off. But thank you guys for joining me.